Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Slaughtermelon here playing Space Engineers, and I'd like to welcome you to Titania Shipyards. This is where I'm going to be building my mega ships, the gigantic battleships and carriers and things like that, starting off with what I'm tentatively calling the Tyrol class repair and resupply carrier. So we'll get to this side in a minute. This is the functioning side, and it's essentially just a really big flight deck. So it's got connector blocks. I'm going to probably install landing gear where I can, so it can attach all sorts of ships, both big and small. That's what I really like about this, is that small connectors and large connectors can actually connect, because otherwise this would be much more difficult. Ignore this. This is just station keeping thrusters and basic power and gyro stabilizer things, so it won't float away, and so I can test things like doors and sensors. That's all going to get removed. This is going to be just one big flat area, and I am probably going to put, lights and coloration and all sorts of things. Rather simple. Let's go to the other side. And you can see, actually you probably can't see because I covered it all up, those connectors on the other side are connected to pistons here. So they can be deployed quite a ways out. Like, I think it's 10 meters is the max piston, I can't talk. The maximum piston range. So it allows for some flexibility for docking ships. So this all is subject to change. Well, not all of it. I like the rough outline, and I like this kind of the ribbing look that this heavy armor gives. Just kind of structural reinforcement, and it's aesthetically pleasing, I like to think. But these cargo containers are likely to move. I might not even have this second story up here, because I'm thinking of removing these hangar doors here, putting command and control here, and making this the front, that the back, instead of, or alternatively, I could make there be a second story, and this be the front, or the bow, that be the stern. Originally, I also thought it was going to look a bit like the Naglfar from EVE Online, and have, that be the top, that be the bottom, but that would just create a whole lot of trouble with gravity and putting, stairs in. It would just make it far too complicated. But I will show you guys what I have so far. So again, this might be command and control. What's definitely going to happen is one of these areas is going to be turned into, reactors and gyro stabilizers, oxygen generators, and all the other things necessary to run a ship, because at the moment it's very much bare bones. I'm going to leave, I think, the conveyor system exposed like this. I like how it looks, and it also means I don't have to waste space covering it up. Although I could just use the little catwalk panels. Ah, there's a piston. I need to cover that up. But, so this right here, actually, it's better if I start from the other side. So, say you've got a little ship, you dock it there, you come around the corner, jump over the edge, here's a little door into the inside. Now this part of the interior is going to be perpetually depressurized. I'm probably going to have, cargo containers for storage, passenger chairs, that sort of thing. Probably also a little bit of a security checkpoint or something right here. Then this is going to be an automatic airlock. I'm still trying to figure out how all the mechanics work so I can make it use as few blocks as possible and as little space as possible. Let's go through the airlock. Chairs, those probably will get removed. Into, which is something that is essentially going to be a waiting area of sorts. There's going to be cryo chambers, like here. They're likely to move. Cargo containers for storing random things. These cargo containers are going to be on their own separate cargo circuit, so they don't interfere with ship operations. Then there's also going to be little tables and chairs, things like that. Screens displaying pertinent information. And there is actually behind here a small amount of space that I just kind of closed off that I might open up again if I need it for some reason. And that is all I have built so far. This is just, step one. This is a couple hours of work. Actually, the interesting thing is most of the work that I've put in has been figuring out the airlock, and B, trying to make everything airtight, because the connectors and pistons made it a bit more difficult because you can't build blocks in certain areas around them, so it's a bit more difficult. But the quickest thing to build was actually just using symmetry mode, which is, oh, I love symmetry mode. It was really easy to make the basic frame. Um, it took a little tweaking to get it the way I liked it, but it was just a matter of, put a block down, boom, 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 and I've already got a fair amount of the main frame built. And I'm rambling, oh boy. So, in the next update, I will hopefully have the airlocks worked out. I will hopefully have the waiting room finished up, and I will most likely be started on the reactors and oxygen generation system, and I might even have a very rough command center set up. So let me know what you guys think of the design so far. What should I keep? What should I change? Um, did I miss anything? Is there going to be a massive explosive decompression at some point because I designed this horribly? Please let me know. I will appreciate any feedback. Um, I hope you guys enjoy these little update videos. Again, let me know if you do or don't. I kind of like the showing the development process. But I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.